Yeah, man. Let's talk about some of these trends real fast. Oh, actually, I wanted to talk to you before we keep going. I have all these questions for you, but I've been
Yeah,
having
go
people
for it.
ask me about this Revolent group. Are you familiar with them?
No, I'm not.
All right.
Did I just
Yeah. So
bomb this? Did I just fail the
no, no.
podcast?
So
Sorry.
it's Revolent, I think it is. And what they do is they hire you, like, and they train you, and you start from zero, and they take you to hero. And I think it's like a
Okay.
on the job boot camp-esque, and they take a percentage of your
Yep.
salary for a couple years.
I know this kind of thing. Yeah. I think I do know these guys, and I think I've talked to some of these folks, maybe not with them, but with a very similar thing. And then you're like an indentured servant for a period of time.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I
Is
don't know
that
anything
what
about
we're
it though, so
talking
I was like
about?
just seeing if you heard.
Yeah, I've heard about this, and so I talked to a couple candidates. I don't know if they're with Revolent. I've seen this before. There is some company. I had some guys out of Hartford, Connecticut, that I was looking at for a job, and he was contractually obligated to stay with that firm for a period of time. And it might have been Revolent. They were paying him peanuts. It was like 50 grand or 45 grand a year. They taught him, and like fair enough. I just think it's better when people pay for their own education up front. That's what I think. It's get a loan.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
educational loans. Do something so that you can have control. Making someone indentured to you for a time period, not having that free will. Like you and I are probably both love the freedoms that we have here in America, including
Right.
like being able to leave a job. We don't want to
Yeah.
stay there, or
Yeah.
to be valued at a certain level if our value has increased. So I don't like this company store shit. I'm just not a big fan. Yeah. The other thing is too is I don't know, and again, I don't know this company, so I'm not saying anything bad about this company. I want to be clear about that. But that style of company, who knows how well they screen people to join them? Like, who knows? I was an art major. I was doing fine art and painting and drawing. There were kids graduating from college who couldn't do a simple self-portrait. They have a degree, a 4-year degree in art. They can't draw their own face.
Yeah.
Like, it's a crime. It's a crime.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
Why would you let someone into a program that doesn't necessarily have the ability? And there's more to art than just drawing a portrait. But if you can't draw a portrait, you can't really make decisions based on what your capabilities are. You have to make decisions based on what you're not capable of doing. And that might be true for all things in all careers. But still, it's a travesty. So if you just get anyone in and maybe they're just not good at this. Look, ITT Tech. Like some of these this isn't new,
Yeah, true.
right?
That's true.
These companies they make money by bringing students in, trying to teach them something, but not everybody's geared towards technology.
Yeah.
Like me, I couldn't do what you do. Not in a million years, Josh, could I be a developer. I'd be like this. I'd be like, okay, here we go. Just fall asleep. I couldn't do it.
But you know what though, I will say, man, because I felt the same way. Like, I think there's a lot of stereotyping for like devs, and not that I'm against anything you just said, but like it's more. I found out that there's actually a space for misfits in tech, because we're idea people, we're dreamers. Like we're the reasons that things are beautiful. Like I don't quite fit that mold. Like I've had a chat with a bunch of people like I don't think this is for me, and I'm like maybe. Like that might be true, and I definitely believe that like tech and development is not for everyone.
Right.
Give it a shot first, but know that if you are a misfit and you feel like I don't fit, like there's actually might be space for you. The reason I got my job that I got now is because I love beauty and I love making things beautiful. And when I showed off like my portfolio on the things that I've built before, they were like, they literally my hiring manager literally stopped the interview. He's like, stop, and he ran out of the room, and I'm like. Okay. And then he comes back a couple minutes later and he brings in some of the team. He's like, this is what we can build on Salesforce, something like this. Like, you see this? And
That's so awesome.
I was like, this interview's going really well. Yes. But yeah. So anyways, man, I just want to, for those of you that have felt like you might be misfits, my point, for those whoever's listening to this in the future, but yeah.